if you have discipline, you will attain freedom. Train, study, work, practice. Train, study, work, practice. Train, study, work, practice. Standing there lost and not doing anything is just waiting to die, waiting to starve to death. Don't let that happen. Your excuses will destroy you and take everything that you ever wanted from you if you let them. When your excuses make you feel a little bit better about the fact that you didn't execute on what you needed to execute on, then they can make you feel better, but they're not helping you. If you want freedom in your life, you have to have discipline. Start now. Go do something that's hard. Go try and accomplish something that's hard. You may win. You may lose. You may succeed. You may fail. I'll tell you what, you'll be better. If you don't accept that challenge, if you don't step up and step into that cold water, this is not a good move. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just get up. Move towards that challenge, whatever that challenge is. Move towards that challenge and go attack it. You have to start moving forward. You have to start taking steps in order to improve your vision, improve your perspective, change your perspective, make some kind of progress. And worst case scenario, you figure out that you walked the wrong direction. Okay, now you can go walk in the other direction. What you learn to do is, okay, I'm going to go forward. I'm not going to quit. So I'm going to go forward, bring it on. And I think if there's anything that you learn, it's to keep pushing through things that suck. So if you lack the discipline to exercise and eat healthy, you will end up being a slave to disease. If you lack the discipline to work hard, save your money, you will end up a slave to finances. If you lack the discipline to manage your time correctly, you will end up with no free time. If you have self-discipline, if you have the discipline to save your money and work hard and invest your money properly, if you have the discipline to manage your time correctly and not waste a bunch of time, if you have the discipline to exercise and eat healthy, you will end up with freedom.
You've got to be aggressive to make things happen. I mean, if you're not aggressive with things, they don't happen, they don't move. So you're always learning and growing. And I was always learning until the day I retire.
And people can actually confront the fact that this is all because of me. And it hurts, but is also unbelievably empowering, because if these problems are because of me, then I'm capable of fixing these problems. So even though extreme ownership hurts and is painful, it's also liberating, because now you have control over your fate and over your destiny, and that is a glorious thing. I'm not saying take your emotions out of the calculus, but they have to be one component of your calculus, not the whole equation. The equation has to include emotions, yes. Logic, yes. Future, yes. Goals, yes. Family, yes. Work, yes. Finances, yes. All those things have to be in the calculus. Emotions has to be a part of that calculus. You can't pull them out of there or they'll bite you. But you can't make them the overwhelming denominator of everything that you do, or it's going to be problematic. Extreme ownership is, this went wrong, this failed, didn't accomplish this, and it's not the fault of my boss, it's not the fault of my girlfriend, it's not the fault of my parents, it's not the fault of the weather, it's my fault. And I'm going to take ownership of it, and I'm going to fix it. That's what extreme ownership is. And this is a very difficult What's going to stop you? Just about anything that comes up. Just about any obstacle that gets in your way becomes an excuse. It becomes a reason. It becomes a rationale for not proceeding down that path.
Being the best isn't just about talent, it's about mindset, dedication, and sacrifice. Talent might get you noticed, but it won't keep you at the top. For me, it's always been about consistency. For over 15 years, my level hasn't dropped. That comes from hard work, not just natural ability. Effort every single day, when you're at home, and everything in you wants to relax. That's when you make the choice. Go to the gym, put in the extra 30 minutes. Those small decisions, repeated over time, create massive results. That's the difference between being good and being the best. When I speak to younger players, I don't just give advice, I lead by example. I show up early, I stay late, and I don't cut corners. Some follow, but most don't. They'll realize too late that greatness doesn't come without sacrifice. Longevity in football, or in any career, is built on years of preparation. Life has its ups and downs. I've faced personal losses that tested me beyond anything I've experienced on the pitch. Losing my son was the hardest moment of my life. But even in those times, I had to keep moving forward, for my family, for my teammates, for myself. Football has changed over the years. It's become more of a business, less about passion. Players are treated like commodities, and sometimes that's disappointing. But my love for the game remains pure. It's the adrenaline, the competition, the drive to break records that keeps me going. I've learned to use every experience, good and bad, to inspire others. I'm not just playing for myself anymore. I want to show young players, parents, and fans what's possible when you combine talent with relentless effort and discipline. Being Cristiano Ronaldo isn't easy, but I wouldn't change anything. Every challenge, every setback, every victory has shaped me. People say I'm the best, and I agree. But not because it's easy. It's because I've worked harder than anyone else. That's the price of greatness, and I wouldn't have it any other way.